Forward chaining is the process of teaching only the first step of a task analysis until the student masters the first step, and then teaching the second step to mastery, and so on. During forward chaining, you will stop and teach the first step, but then you will complete the rest of the steps for or with the student. So when teaching a student to make a sandwich, the first step of getting the bread out should be explicitly taught to the student using either a response or stimulus prompting strategy. And then the remaining steps of the sandwich, TA, should be completed for the student. This continues until the student masters step 1 of the TA, and then the student will perform step 1 independently, which is working on maintenance of that particular skill or step, while you isolate step 2 and explicitly teach this step to mastery. This continues until the student has mastered all steps of the TA. Backward chaining is the opposite of forward chaining. In backward chaining, you complete all steps of the TA for the student, or with the student, but isolate the last step and explicitly teach it using systematic prompting strategy that you have chosen. For example, the system Elise prompts. Once the student has mastered the last step, you will then complete all steps of the TA for or with the student except for the last step. The final type of chaining procedure is total task chaining. In this chaining procedure, you isolate and explicitly teach each step of the TA every teaching trial. So each time you teach the chain skill, each step will be taught as a separate discrete skill. For example, when teaching a student to put on pants, you will stop and teach each step of putting on pants every time the student is putting on their pants by using a stimulus or response prompting strategy.